Welcome back, Edulexis learners. Today is day 68 of our Python journey. We are stepping into the world of databases. Have you ever wondered how apps save user data permanently? Today, we introduce SQLite, the built-in database that comes with Python. By the end of this video, you'll know how to create a database and store information locally without needing a server. SQLite is a C language library that implements a small, fast, self-contained, and high-reliability SQL database engine. The beauty of it is that it's serverless. There is no setup, no configuration, and it stores the entire database as a single file on your disk. It's perfect for small applications, testing, and learning SQL basics directly within Python. Good news. You don't need to install anything. SQLite comes bundled with the Python standard library. We just need to import the SQLite module. Let's start our coding session by opening your favorite IDE or Jupyter notebook. Simply type import SQLite at the top of your script. If it runs without an error, you are ready to go. To interact with a database, we first need a connection object. We used SQLite3.connect. If we provide a file name like edulexis.db, SQLite will create it for us if it doesn't exist. This connection object is our gateway. Think of it like opening a door to your storage locker. Remember to close the connection once you're finished to save your changes. Once connected, we need a cursor. A cursor is an object that allows us to execute SQL commands and traverse the records in our database. We get it by calling to connection.cursor. Everything we do creating tables, inserting data, or querying will be done through this cursor object. It's the pen we use to write our data. Before we insert data, we need a container A table. We use the SQL command create table if not exists. For our example, let's create a students table with columns for ID, name, and a course. We write this command as a string and execute it using cursor.execute. We are defining the structure of our data here. Let's look at the syntax, create table if not exists. Students ID integer primary key, name text, course text. The if not exists clause is a safety measure. It prevents your script from crashing if you run it multiple times. After calling execute, our table structure is defined inside our local database file. Now, let's add some data. We use the insert into SQL command. The format is insert into students, name, course, values. Notice the question marks? These are placeholders to prevent SQL injection, a common security practice. We pass our data as a tuple in a second argument to the execute method. Let's write the code, cursor.execute, insert into students, name, course, values, Alice, Python. After executing this, the data is staged, but not permanently saved. Yet, we must call to connection.commit to ensure the changes are written to the disk. This is a crucial step that beginners often forget. How do we see what we've saved? We use the select statement. Cursor.execute, select asterisk from students. This retrieves everything from our table. To actually see the data in our Python console, we call a cursor.fetchAll. This returns a list of tuples where each tuple represents a row from our database. Now, let's iterate over the list returned by fetchAll. We use a simples for loop for row in cursor.fetchAll, print row. This will print out each student record we just inserted. Seeing the data appear on your screen confirms that your connection, table creation, and insertion were all successful. What if data changes? We use the update statement. 4. Example, if Alice changes her course, we write update. Student set course equals where name equals. We execute this, pass the new values, and again, remember to commit the transaction. This keeps our data current and accurate without needing to delete and recreate the entire database. Sometimes you need to remove information. The delete statement is used for this. The command is delete from students where name equals. Just like before, be very careful with the where clause. If you forget it, you will delete every record in the table. Always test your deletions on a sample database first. We've done a lot. Now, cleanliness is next to godliness in programming. We should close the cursor and the connection using a cursor.close and a connection.close. This releases system resources and ensures that the database file is unlocked, allowing other processes to access it if needed. It's a best practice for professional code. Today, we covered the basics: importing SQLite 3, connecting, creating tables, inserting, querying, updating, and deleting data. You now have the power to create persistent storage for your Python applications. Practice this script, try creating different tables, and experiment with more complex queries. Thank you for joining Edulexis today, and we'll see you for day 69.
Thank you for watching. Like if you learned something, share with your circle, and subscribe for more.